Good afternoon, it's Lindsay. It is Wednesday, October 22nd, 2022. 2025, sorry. And so let me talk about some more of this organized stalking and the use of flying monkeys and all this kind of illegal surveillance that happens when you're being targeted. So here's what happened today. And I continuously have to document these things for my own sanity, I guess you could say, for my own survival. I don't fear for my life. Sometimes I fear for my safety. And I'm not a threat to myself, and I'm not a threat to anybody else. But they, like I've talked about before, they want to get you in such a state of anxiety and confusion and anger that you do something stupid, such as like hurt somebody physically or, something that could be violent. And I know how to, fortunately enough for myself, I'm not a violent person. I've never been a violent person. But I suppose if I were in a situation where it's about self-defense, which, you're having to defend for your own life, then yeah, I would probably resort to some kind of physical violence to preserve my life, save my life. But these people, when you're dealing with gang stalking as well as narcissists in your life, it's all connected. And I've spoken about this before, how societal narcissism, communal narcissism, and gang stalking and organized surveillance and harassment are one and the same. Because the people behind the stalking of the targeted people are extremely psychopathic, narcissistic type people, and usually if they work for the government, if they work for law enforcement, if they work for one of these alphabet agencies, chances are they're or the military, if they're ex-military or current military or even military veterans, even disabled veterans. A lot of these people have they're just narcissistic type personalities. They're very controlling, they're very demanding, they're very much perfectionists, and they expect you to just kind of bow down to their unrealistic expectations, I guess. And I'm not saying that they're all narcissistic, but a lot of these people people who are in law enforcement, people who gravitate towards these high adrenaline type positions where they're authority figures. A lot of this is obviously with politicians. These people are very narcissistic. I myself know that I have traits that can be considered to be narcissistic or grandiose, just because of my own experience in life and what I've had to battle, and always feeling like I've had to, or having to have defended myself so many times in situations and being my own advocate. Well, it starts to make you somebody who appears to be very narcissistic or arrogant towards outsiders. They might think, that person is very full of themselves. They're very stuck up. They're really haughty. They don't speak to anybody. They're closed. They stay to themselves. And yeah, I do. I say to myself, I'm basically antisocial. I don't talk to most people. I do talk to people at the gym, like the people who work there, for the most part, when I go there, because, I don't want to be on the bad side of people at a gym. If I go to a gym, for example, even, you know what I mean? I don't know these people personally. I'm sure some of them I don't know them. So why am I going to try to, maybe I don't like people or maybe they don't like me, but I don't even know them. Until you really know somebody personally and get to know them and take the time to get to know somebody, you can't just, you might dislike something about their appearance or something about them, but that's very superficial, not really very deep. You can't really hate a person unless you know them, I think. If you really know them and they've done something to you. Like me, I dislike and hate certain people that have inflicted emotional in trauma on me intentionally. Those people I dislike immensely. I can't, yeah, I pretty much hate them. I don't let them back into my life. People like that, yeah, I can say that I hate them, but those are the people who have intentionally caused me harm and damage, either physical or emotionally, psychologically. So yes, I can say that those people I dislike, but people who I might not like because of something about the, or whatever, I don't know them, so I don't really dislike them or hate them. I just don't feel, there's just something you don't feel. There's something not right about certain people that you feel. There's a big difference. But with narcissistic people, I have found in my own experience, who I have been involved with throughout my life, they're very controlling. They're very manipulative. They're liars. They're gaslighters. They need to be in charge. They need to be in control. And they have to be in competition with whoever they're involved with. And once again, you might think that, like, and a lot of people speak about this. You speak about narcissistic abuse and whatnot, or they speak about how you think that you might be the only one that person is involved with, if you're intimate with one of them, and you think that you're the only one. No, you're not. They still keep up with their exes. They for whatever reason, most not narcissistic people are very much involved with their exes. They're going to lie to you and say that they're not, but that's a lie. They have to stay in contact with those people from their past because they need those people as a backup supply in case something doesn't go accordingly with you, whoever they're involved with, the new supply, whatever. They always keep tabs on their exes, and whether it be their ex-spouse, their ex whatever, they're going to say that they don't, that, oh, that person, we didn't get along, or it ended badly and she was crazy, or this, that, and the other. And they'll say things and you're thinking, well, no, there's obviously, that you can tell. You'll be able to figure it out when you're asking them, if you ask them questions about their ex or whatever, you can pretty much see from the body language what's going on whenever they're talking about that person. You can see from how they act that there's still something that's not, that there's still some kind of an emotional tie or bond that was never severed, because narcissistic people don't know how to let go of people from their past. And that's the thing, is they're going to get involved with other people because they need a constant source of admiration and a constant, like, I'm the best and look at me. And they need to always be surrounded by their admirers and their whatnot, their enablers, I guess you could say, because they feel that that's what fuels them. People need people. It's true that you can't live life being completely isolated. You can, but you're going to go crazy, because naturally people need positive reinforcement, or they need you have to have at least a few people in your life, whether they're your family members or friends or whatever. It's always good to have at least one or two people who you feel that you can talk to. Whether that you really like them or not, I don't know. It just sometimes helps to have a few people who maybe understand where you're coming from whenever you're going through some kind of a trauma or situation where you're being set up, exploited, financially abused, or whatever. It's good to have at least one or two people who understand what's going on, because it's very difficult to try to explain these types of things to people who have not, like, for example, been through the court system with a probate issue, when you're being taken advantage of or having your money stolen, or, contracts, things being done behind your back without your consent, but you're being exploited in ways that you didn't sign up for that. You didn't give these people permission to do that, like using your identity, your ideas, or whatever to make money off of you. It's like, well, wait a minute, I'm the one who's doing the work. It's my energy. It's why are they getting paid for something that I'm the one who has done all the work for? It's things like that will happen to people who are targeted for example, or people who are survivors of narcissistic abuse, because what they'll do once again is they use a mental health system whenever they give a person a diagnosis, such as, it could be anything from chronic depression to schizophrenia to bipolar, whatever. These are serious mental conditions according to the DSM, which I don't agree with, but these are serious. And so if you are somebody who's unfortunately enough been given those kinds of BS bullshit diagnosis by somebody, then it does mess with your life. It does mess with your head. It does mess with your everything about you, because people don't really give you the proper credibility, or maybe they don't give you the proper respect that you deserve. But to each his own. Some people believe in that full-heartedly, but they believe that if you're somebody who suffers from trauma or PTSD or depression or some ailment, schizophrenia, for example, or schizoaffective disorder, anything like that. Now, narcissistic disorder is a whole different ball game. That's a personality disorder. I'm talking about real mental illnesses that are according to that. Now, there's a difference between a personality disorder and an actual mental illness. None of which I agree with, though, by the way. I don't agree with any of it. I think it's all big facade. I think it's all bullshit. And I think it's all a scam. That's my opinion. I don't agree to any of it. I think everything is situational and it's all environmental. And people can change accordingly, is what I think. And I don't believe in medication. But if some people feel that helps them, look who shows up when I'm trying to make a video. I'm not going to... Then to each his own. If people want to be on that stuff, if they feel that helps them to get through something, some kind of medication, then whatever, take it. But I personally have been through that myself. That experience of being on medications and in the past, way past, and it didn't do me any good. I couldn't find out why. It never did anything for me except cause more problems. As a matter of fact, it caused me, because a combination of medications, prescription, psychiatric drugs, as well as mixing that with maybe marijuana occasionally and alcohol, is not a good concoction. It will mess with your brain chemistry and probably enable you to do things that you wouldn't normally do, because I can relate from my past. Things that I would not have ever done had I not been on the mental medications, as well as mixing it with the alcohol or the marijuana or the whatever, ecstasy and things like that that I dabbled with in the past. The past, I'm talking way past. So I speak from my own experience here. I'm not trying to dictate what anybody should do. I just speak from my own experience, because I know what I went through. I know how it messed with me. I know how it made me very paranoid, very much on edge, and very much, just weird stuff, because it's just. But I believe I think that has a lot to do with the medications personally, because some of that stuff that they had me on, so many at once, really experimental drugs that had just come out on the market, basically, that they were using me to take a bunch of things at once. I'm surprised I didn't die from all that toxicity. I really don't know how I survived that, but that was mostly when I was still in my 20s or early 30s. Well, actually, it was when I was in my 20s, and then when I was living in Los Angeles, it was just bizarre, because I was on so many medications that I didn't really know who I was. I didn't know who I was, honestly. It was like I was out of my mind, seriously. And that's why I believe in the Citizens Commission on Human Rights, because I believe that those people have a good point. Whenever you see all the people who've committed suicide on these drugs and done things that they would normally not have done had it not been for that medication. Now, it's not to say that there are people who does help them with whatever they're going through. But I would be real careful with that stuff. I don't trust it with a fucking 10-foot pole. You're not getting anywhere near me with any mental, anything that has to do prescription drugs like Adderall, Lexapro, Prozac, all that shit. No. I would rather go about my way of healing myself via exercising and music and whatever, but not that stuff. No, I won't go near that stuff. And they're not going to ever get near me with it because I will fight these fucking people if that were the case. And what do you want? Well, no, Lewis, I'm busy, and no, you can't. What do you, no. See who shows up. I'm busy, actually. I'm working, so go away. I didn't invite you here. Go get away. See, he thinks that this is an example of he's showing up when I'm in the middle of making a video, right? Just showing up unannounced. He doesn't have my phone number. I'm not giving him my phone number. And I know that he's been with other women. He had disappeared for about like a month, and then he comes back, like nothing happened, and acting all fucking, this gaslighting stuff. See, this is what narcissistic people do. They need complete control over anybody and everybody. It doesn't matter if you're an ex or whatever, they have to be in control of people. And this is a prime example of what a narcissist is here at my house right now, invading my privacy. Yeah, well, I went to the gym this morning. I went to the one over here after I did some of my own exercise here. Then I went to the gym here in the neighborhood, the one on Goliad. And, sometimes I like going. I can't. Fuck. I go there. And the only weird... when I walked in, I went to the ladies' locker room. I got there around 10:30 or something, right? Whatever. I go into the bathroom to put my stuff in the locker, and something about, I guess they have something about one of these sitcoms that I could hear. I don't know which one it was, but they're talking about, talking about how many partners so-and-so has been with, and I was like, what the fuck, just something about something that I felt like it was just whatever, like this weird shit that I feel like they just do stuff to fuck with me personally. Like, I'm not talking to you because I'm making what do you want, Lewis? I don't really care. What is that supposed to mean? You want to see me? You can... What? What happened? Why don't you go? What happened? Where's your other whatevers? Yeah, so it's comical. It's fucking stupid because he thinks it like he owns me, like I'm an object. Okay, like literally, like he can just come and go out of my life, gaslight, lie, like they lie, and then expect me to be. Yeah? Who is it? Who is it? I can't hear you. Who is it? Who's at the door? Who are you? What do you want? I can't hear you either. Who are you? Who is it? Who is it? No, I don't know who you are. Go away. What are you trying to sell me? I don't want any of it. Go. Bye-bye. I'm busy. No, I'm not going to open the door. What do you want? What is it that you need now, Lewis? Anyway, let's continue making... What do you need, Lewis? What is it that you want? Why? Why do you need to see me? Oh, and what's your other girlfriend gonna say, Lewis? That you're triangulating me with? What about the other girls that you're trying to get me involved with, your toxicity triangulation? What are they gonna say? Well, you do know what I'm saying because you're doing this on purpose. Anyway, I know what he's doing. It's called triangulation. Like I said, they have a bunch of people on the shelf who they're either actively involved with or their past lovers or whatever, and they keep them all like in a rotating, imagine like I don't know, like some kind of something that just picks thing like a tree that has some leaves that some are dead and some are alive, and they go, look, I'm gonna go pick some leaves from the tree or some fruit. Some of the fruit's rotten, some of it's fresh, but I need to have a constant source of supply because, you know, what happens when so-and-so can't function and doesn't give me what I need because they're nothing but For a narcissist, all you are is a transaction. You just have your only expectations are to provide them something. That's it. They don't give a fucking shit about you, about who you are. They don't even know your fucking birthday. They don't know shit about you. It's all about how are you going to please them, and what is your role in their fucked up narrative of chaos. And whenever you figure out this about these people, you need to get them the fuck away and tell them to go away and go find their little games of other people that don't know about narcissistic abuse, because I do. I know all about it. I know about gaslighting. I know about setup. I know about entrapment. I know about financial abuse. I know about all this stuff. So if this man thinks that I'm that stupid... Back to what happened at the gym. So I walk in there. Today it was sitcom day at the Goliad. Last time it was sports in the bathroom. Today it's something, what is it, that Friends show, whatever the fuck it is. I don't know, but like these comedies. And then I notice that I saw the guy behind me once again when I was on that elliptical. I noticed that a man behind me, it was the same dude from the fucking US 90 location. He was wearing all black, and I think he might be new there. I don't know if he's a personal trainer or a manager, but he was there working out. I saw him. I recognize him. He even had a tattoo that I saw this time, because normally he's wearing like a Gold's Gym shirt. And I don't know who this guy is, but he was there today working out. And I'm like, interesting. Is he a manager, a new manager, or is he a personal trainer? Because I don't know his name. I don't know anything, but I do recognize him from that. He works at the US 90 location. So I saw him. And then I saw some other people who I recognize that I think one of the ladies there, she's like a she's a EMS or something. Works as a fire lady. Saw her. I used to see her a lot there. She seems like a cool lady. I saw her. She was there. Who else? I saw some familiar people who I've seen before. And that was it. You know, I sometimes I like that place just fine. And I feel fine there. It's it's a lot more convenient. Sometimes I like to go to the other one, but sometimes I don't like to go to any of them. But anyway, so that happened today, and I just kind of find it weird that the couple times that I've been there, I've noticed that there's people who I recognize from other locations that are like manager type positions from other locations there. I guess they go there to work out or whatever, but they're kind of keeping an eye on me or something, it seemed like. I don't know. It's just kind of weird. So just a minute. I'm going to have to see what he wants, and then I'm going to call it. I'm not going to... Hold on. I'm going to have to stop my video. Yeah, what is it that what do you need? Who are you? What do you want? Guess I'll go ahead and film it. What are you doing here? What do you want? I said, what do you want? I don't care. I said, what do you want? Why? Well, you know what? You should have thought about that before you. Well, you know what? I'm sorry, but those days are gone, Lewis. I'm not going to waste more time with somebody who's just fucking around with me, using me, exploiting. No, I'm sorry, but I deserve better, and I actually like being alone. Yeah? I'm not opening the door. No, Lewis, I don't want to be with you like that.
Lindsay, stop. I do this. I need you, Lindsay. Baby, can you please stop? Lindsay, you better stop doing this, recording me.
I'm not recording you. I'm busy.
Okay, well, let me be busy with you, baby. Lindsay?
No, Lewis.
Lindsay, stop. Lindsay, I want to see you, Lindsay.
Lewis.
Lindsay, no, I'm not taking over an answer. I'm not.
I don't really care.
Well, I'm not here with
you know what?
I want to see you.
I don't care, Lewis. I don't want to be involved with you like that.
I want to be involved with you.
I don't want that.
I do.
You don't know what you want.
I know exactly what I want. I want
no,
you.
you do.
Yes,
you say the same thing to so many other women, and I'm done with that. I don't even. I don't even care, Lewis.
Just go to work and come home. That's all I do.
I don't really care what you
do.
do.
Let me see you then. If you don't get.
I don't want to do anything like that.
Can you please stop?
No.
Lizzie, open the door, please. Lizzie, can you please open the door?
No.
Why not? Lizzie, can you please stop doing this?
Doing what?
Recording me. Stop doing that.
Then well, you're gonna have to leave them.
I'm not gonna leave, Lindsay.
Lewis, I don't want to have. I can't continue with this.
Continue what? Lindsay, come back, Lindsay. Lindsay, come here. I want to see you. Lindsay, can you please open the door?
Oh my God.
Lindsay.
What?
Can you just open the door so I can see you?
No.
Why not?
I don't want to be doing anything like that.
Doing what?
You know what?
What's wrong with that, Lindsay? I need you.
I'm sorry, but
no,
I don't want to set myself up for this stuff anymore.
So
your humiliation, your control.
There is no humiliation, Lindsay.
Yeah, I don't even trust you.
Lindsay, well, you should trust me. Lindsay.
I don't.
You're the only woman that I see.
That is such a lie.
Lindsay, it's not a lie, Lindsay. Why is it a lie, Lindsay?
Yeah. You keep all these secrets.
God, there is no secret.
Get back with your exes. You can't even get over. That's the thing with you. Is like you are still connected to all these exes.
I'm telling you no. You're saying yes. So which one is it?
I don't know. I don't want to get involved.
Well, you are involved. It's too late. I'm involved with you, and I'm gonna keep keeping involved with you. That's what I want. So can you please open the door?
No, because I'm going out.
Okay, well, let me take you.
Going out of here. I need to get out of my fucking house.
Let me take you somewhere. Where do you want to go? Do you need to go to the store or do you need to go? Do you want to go to the park, take a walk?